Hello, my name is Representative Pam Powers Hanley, and I represent LD9 in Tucson in the Arizona House. Well, today is Wednesday, February 17. Yesterday was just jam-packed because this is the last week for the House to hear House bills and the last week for the Senate to hear Senate bills. So that means that we have long agendas this week. We had 28 bills or so on the Commerce Committee, and we were there until 7:30 last night. Around happy hour, we were debating multiple liquor bills and the food truck bill and making jokes about needing samples and maybe drinks to go. But anyway, we did get through it, and it was relatively, it was respectful. It was a respectful meeting. The Commerce Committee, we don't always agree. There were only a handful of party line votes, but I'd like to talk about some of the economic development bills that we're hearing. There was a robust discussion in the Commerce Committee yesterday about economic development that spreads across the state of Arizona and is not just confined to the state of Maricopa, right? I heard an article, a news story on KJAZ the other day that said that the vast majority of the jobs that Governor Doug Ducey is touting in his speeches were created in Maricopa County and not across the state of Arizona. That's not good. The whole state needs to come back from COVID, not just one county. And so we heard HB 2834 yesterday in committee. I voted against it along with 4 Republicans, so it actually died in committee yesterday. And that bill was sort of the ultimate in picking winners and losers. This said that if city or town wants a certain place to be developed, they can give them a lower tax rate for a certain number of years. And but that's exactly what a lot of businesses don't like. They don't want to have one property here get a lower tax rate and the one right next door have to pay the full tax rate. And that's what happens with GPLETs and these sorts of deals. And so I'm glad that one died. It was billed as a way to help rural Arizona, although it was written for the entire state. I'd like to juxtapose that with HB 2282. This is Representative Lieberman's bill. This passed committee yesterday, and this is the small business grants. And so this is for truly small businesses. I believe it's under 50 people, maybe even smaller than that. So this would help the Local First Arizona type businesses. They can apply for these $5,000 grants and help them stay afloat, or help them maybe reinvent themselves or try new things. And so I think this is a good idea. I would like to see a really good report from the Arizona Commerce Authority about how this works or doesn't work in the future, but I think it's a good idea. I'd also like to point out a economic development bill that we heard in Ways and Means today, and this one was 2649. I voted against this one also. This is for renewal of the tax credits for data centers. And so when you think about cloud computing, right, your information is not in a cloud, it's in a data center someplace in Maricopa County is where it is. And so these are huge facilities. This has been a 10-year program. They want to extend it for another 10 years. Representative Epstein and I had a lot of questions about accountability. How much investment did we make? How many jobs did we actually get? And there was not a lot of detail, And something that's gone on for 10 years, we should have 10-year data. We should be able to see what our total investment was and what our total job growth was, not just like this sort of trickle-down economics factoids that were thrown out. One of my biggest concerns about this was the lobbyists said that there are now 25 data centers in the state of Arizona, and I asked how many, where they were, right? And 24 of them are in Maricopa County. Another lobbyist said that these data centers have $32 million of impact each. So that's almost $1 billion impact in Maricopa County. There is one data center in Tucson, so if you believe the 32 million, then we might get 32 million on it. There's nothing anywhere else in the state. We need economic development across the state, not just in Maricopa County. Thanks for listening.